forces. And intense Israeli attacks on southern Lebanon, and Hezbollah announces attacks on Israeli soldiers and border settlements. Welcome to our news centre. Those were the headlines, and now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Bassirou Diomaye of the Republic of Senegal on the occasion of his country's National Day. Amid developments on the ongoing escalation, a number of Gulf Cooperation Council countries continued to respond to attacks targeting their territories. The state of Kuwait announced that the Mina Al Ahmadi refinery was attacked by drones, which led to fires breaking out in operational units without any human casualties being reported. Meanwhile, the Saudi Ministry of Defense also announced that its air defenses intercepted and destroyed 6 drones during the past hours. In the United Arab Emirates, the news agency reported that the competent authorities are dealing with an incident of falling debris at the Habshan gas facilities in Abu Dhabi as a result of the interception of a drone. Iranian media reported that attacks targeting the B1 bridge, which was still under construction, killed at least 8 people and injured 95 others. The media reported, citing Al-Bor's governorate authorities, that the victims were gathered under the bridge and on the banks of the river to celebrate. Meanwhile, Iran launched new missile attacks on Israel, while US President Donald Trump threatened to escalate the attack on the Islamic Republic by striking its bridges and power stations. More than a month after the outbreak of this war, with no signs of an end in sight, Israel was subjected to an Iranian missile attack today, which did not result in any casualties, according to Israeli ambulance services. The Israeli army did not specify the targeted locations, but military radio reported damage to the Tel Aviv train station. Iranian media reported that the Revolutionary Guard fired long-range missiles towards this city and the city of Eilat in the south. Israeli warplanes launched raids targeting various areas in southern Lebanon. The Israeli attacks targeted the towns of Barashit, Sreifa, Kafra and Sorbin, which resulted in an ambulance catching fire without causing any casualties. Israeli helicopters opened fire towards the coast of the town of Al-Bayyada, with the Israeli army issuing a new warning to evacuate the residents of the southern suburbs of Beirut. Hezbollah, meanwhile, announced that its members detonated an explosive device towards an Israeli force in the town of Bayyada in southern Lebanon and carried out a series of attacks targeting the Kiryat Shmona settlement and gatherings of Israeli soldiers in other settlements. Russian President Vladimir Putin affirmed his country's readiness to make all possible efforts to contribute to ending the conflict in the Middle East and restoring stability in the region as soon as possible. During his meeting with Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdel-Ati in Moscow, President Putin stressed the necessity of immediately stopping hostilities and reaching political and diplomatic agreements that fully take into account the interests of all countries in the region.
Результатом нашего телефонного разговора с президентом Египта я дал поручение.
The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization said today world food prices climbed in March to the highest level since December, marking a second consecutive monthly increase. More details to follow in this report.
World food commodity prices rose in March for the second month in a row, due largely to higher energy prices linked to the conflict escalation in the Near East, according to the latest benchmark measure released today by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO. The FAO Food Price Index, which tracks monthly changes in the international prices of a basket of globally traded food commodities, averaged 128.5 points in March, up 2.4% from February and 1.0% above its level a year ago.
The major commodity that has shown the increase are oilseeds and sugar. And the reason is simple. This is directly linked to the oil prices that has been going up. So both oilseeds and sugar for ethanol production are related to the energy markets. And that's why we are observing an increase.
The FAO Vegetable Oil Price Index increased by 5.1% from February to stand 13.2% higher than its year-earlier level. International quotations for palm, soy, sunflower, and rapeseed oil all rose, reflecting spillover effects from the sharp increases in crude oil prices, which catalyzed expectations of stronger demand for biofuels. The FAO Sugar Price Index increased by 7.2% in March, rising expectations that Brazil, the main sugar exporter, would use more sugar cane to produce ethanol to counter higher international crude oil prices, overweighed a generally favorable global supply outlook for the current season, supported by good harvest progress in India and Thailand. The FAO Cereal Price Index increased by 1.5% from the previous month, driven primarily by higher world wheat prices, which rose 4.3% due to drought-related deterioration of crop prospects in the United States of America and expectations of reduced plantings in Australia due to higher fertilizer costs. Economists warned that if the Middle East conflict continues, it could eventually hit the supply of essential staples and push global prices higher.
If we will continue to increase, and especially if we will move from oilseeds towards staple commodities, cereals, it will depend a lot on the situation that we are facing today and what will be the results for the next planting season. So the situation could stay the same, and we shouldn't be facing too much increases if the current conflict stops immediately. But if it continues, the food supply could be affected, and that will affect prices in the future. So then we will expect an increase in the commodity price.
For long-term stability, the FAO advises investing in better storage and transportation infrastructure to protect the global food supply from future shocks. Experts say the world must invest in new ways to use fertilizers more effectively. The FAO Dairy Price Index increased by 1.2%, driven primarily by higher quotations for milk powders amid a seasonal decline in supplies in Oceania. International cheese prices declined further in the European Union, driven by higher production and weak export demand, while rising in Oceania for the opposite reasons.
Also globally, Russian strikes on Ukraine have killed at least 3 people and injured dozens other. The Ukrainian foreign minister said that Russia launched approximately 500 drones and missiles towards Ukraine. The attacks caused widespread power outages. Russian forces attacked the Kherson region with artillery, mortars and drones, and the city of Kharkiv was subjected to intense Russian airstrikes. In response, the Russian Defense Ministry announced that it had shot down 192 drones over various locations in the past few hours. China announced that negotiations between Afghanistan and Pakistan are making gradual progress in an effort to contain tensions between the two countries. The Chinese Foreign Ministry confirmed that both sides have expressed their willingness to continue dialogue and work to strengthen security cooperation in a way that contributes to regional stability. Beijing also confirmed that it is hosting indirect meetings between Kabul and Islamabad as part of the mediation efforts aimed at de-escalating tensions, particularly in light of the mutual accusations regarding cross-border attacks.
首先，美国和以色列对伊朗发动军事行动。
In a dynamic showcase here locally in Muscat, nursing students presented forward-thinking projects in maternal and child health, blending innovation with compassion to shape the future of care in the Sultanate of Oman. The event was held under the patronage of Her Highness Sayyida Basma bint Fakhri Al Saeed. More details to follow in this report.
In a vibrant step towards advancing healthcare awareness and innovation, Muscat witnessed a remarkable showcase of young talent where future nurses turned knowledge into impactful solutions. The Oman College of Health Sciences, in collaboration with the Higher Institute of Health Specialties, organized an exhibition highlighting nursing students' projects in maternal and child health. Held at Al Raya complex in Muscat under the theme Healthy Youth, a Promising Future, the event featured strong students' participation and creative ideas aligned with modern healthcare needs. Many projects integrated artificial intelligence, enhancing health education, early detection and community awareness, reflecting the evolving future of nursing practice.
I was very honored today to attend this insightful and educational event. The students have showed their capabilities in showing us what's important for the youth today in terms of their physical and mental health. I liked the way they used a lot of modern ways to teach people and to spread the awareness. And I think that's very important in times like this, to spread awareness in a way that goes to everyone, especially the youth. I really wish for the students prosperity and lots of success. And the way they're going, I'm sure things will be amazing for them. All the best.
The exhibition also empowered students by strengthening research skills and translating knowledge into real-world impact.
We are proud of a strong collaboration between Oman College of Health Science and Higher Institute of Health Specialties, which has enabled our students to present their innovative projects in maternal and child health nursing education. This indeed reflects our commitment to quality education, practical learning, and preparing future healthcare professionals to serve the community effectively.
This event highlights the growing role of nursing students in advancing community health and sustainable development. Such initiatives underscore the importance of investing in education and innovation, key pillars of Oman Vision 2040.
It's a great pride that our nursing students from Oman College of Health Sciences, in partnership with Higher Institute of Health Specialties, showcase AI-driven projects in adolescents' health, advancing national health priorities and contributing to the global efforts in raising community awareness to promote youth health.
From classrooms to communities, these young voices are redefining care, shaping a healthier future for generations to come. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
And to our north, Jewel Musandam Governorate Mahas Industrial City has successfully localized several investment projects last year worth over 4 million Omani Riyals. This comes as the industrial city witnesses many infrastructure and expansion projects. Here's a report. The Sultanate of Oman aims to expand the establishment of industrial cities, solidifying its position as a competitive centre for regional and international investments and promotion of sustainable industrial growth, in addition to enhancing national products and creating new job opportunities. In Musandam Governorate, the Mahas industrial city successfully localized several investment projects last year, with investments exceeding 4 million Omani Riyals in various sectors, such as packaging, beverages and multiple construction industries, bringing the total cumulative investment to over 45,700,000 Omani Riyals. As part of the 11th Five-Year Development Plan, the Public Establishment for Industrial Estates Madain is currently implementing several projects in Mahas Industrial City, including the establishment of the Madain Entrepreneurial Complex for ready-made industrial units at a cost of 1.5 million Omani Riyals, aimed at supporting entrepreneurship projects and developing small and medium-sized enterprises. Additionally, work is underway on the implementation of the Security Monitoring System Phase 1 and the greening of the Industrial City entrance and facade Phase 1. Meanwhile, Madain also aims to complete the project for expanding the city's area in coordination with relevant authorities. The foundational works for the project have been completed at a cost of 5 million Omani Riyals. The prime location of Mahas Industrial City in the Wilaya of Khasab, which is adjacent to international shipping lanes in the Strait of Hormuz and close to regional markets, which represents an important economic dimension in supporting, establishing and launching many projects in the fields of industry, logistics, tourism and food security. This positively impacts the developments of Musandam Governorate, enhances investment and contributes to achieving the priority of sustainable development within governorates and cities in line with Oman Vision 2040. This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's news bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty the Sultan greets His Excellency the President of the Republic of Senegal on the occasion of his country's National Day. The US President warns of targeting more infrastructure and energy facilities in Iran amid continuous attacks between Israeli, American and Iranian forces. And intense Israeli attacks on southern Lebanon, and Hezbollah announces attacks on Israeli soldiers and border settlements. With that, we do come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it is good night and stay safe.